Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pull Me Out of This. I'm Abby Nydam, founder and CEO of SAM, the support platform for women. Today, we have an amazing conversation lined up for you, and we are going to talk about our careers. More specifically, telling your story as a professional woman using an aligned narrative. And here to talk to us about this is our one of our most favorite and original from the original cohort of SAM experts, Joanna Lovering. Nice to see you, Joanna. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. Honored to be here, darling.
Joanna is not only fabulous, but she is so well qualified with a master's in social organizational psychology from Columbia, a BA from Carnegie Mellon. She's worked across industries, including JetBlue, L'Oreal, a little bit of it all. Joanna, we're so thrilled that we're able to chat with you today, and we'd love to hear a little bit about yourself. What brings you to this work with women?
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really love Sam. I love what you're doing, Abby. It is so important that we have resources for women going through transitions. And I feel like that is my life's work in the career and leadership space. And so Sam has just been such a perfect alignment for everything that I value. Who am I? Well, I'm a New York City based executive presence and leadership coach. I work with smart, capable, amazing, accomplished women, but ones that might be struggling to articulate their value and their story in a way that actually reflects who they are today. Um, Sam resonated with me because Sam is meeting women right at the moment of transition in lots of different arenas, not just when they've already figured everything out. And that's where I feel like my value is as well. There's always something that's not feeling quite right. There's something a little sticky for women in their careers or the way that they are showing up. And I'm here to help them build clarity on their value and how they can be perceived in the workplace.
It's perfect. Perfect because well, we need a lot of things, but
We need a lot of things, Abby.
our, our careers, when you look across the market, you look across the front page, there's just a lot of talk and hypothesis and why are women leaving the workplace? Is my job safe? This number of layoffs, this company is doing this. It's a very tumultuous time for a woman to have a moment in her career that is destabilizing.
Yeah.
And what we've seen in the past few months is we've seen entire industries kind of collapse. I think about, the not-for-profit space. I think about international development with the dissembling of USAID, and women's careers are largely they vanish in the sense of their job is gone from one day to the next.
Yeah.
And so when you're in an industry that no longer exists or it becomes very, very crowded and you have to look outside and branch out and do the hard thing, um, it's a lot. It's a lot
It's
for us.
and it's absolutely terrifying. It's actually an identity shift. And who knew that a new job had to feel like an identity shift? Give me a break. Right?
Right?
But
Right.
you mentioned USAID. I agree with you. I actually just signed a brand new client who came from USAID. So
Great.
so I am seeing exactly what you're saying. And I think what's really important for your listeners and viewers to remember is that this feeling of disorientation is not the same as being unqualified.
Mm.
What we're experiencing here with the industry and the environment changing is an individual feeling of identity lagging behind the flexibility that you absolutely can do. And because our identity is lagging behind, what I see a lot, especially with my very ambitious, super smart clients, is that they start to over edit themselves in order to feel safe. Because flexing with the times, especially when it wasn't on your terms anyway, you were probably laid off, that flexing makes you very vulnerable and it is scary. And so we start to over edit ourselves and also judge ourselves, saying, oh, I'm not qualified for that or this, because it actually makes us feel safe. But what it also does is it makes us play small. I'm convinced that women are not confused about what they can do. They're actually confused about what they're allowed to claim in a new
Mm.
environment.
I I've experienced that.
You have.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
100% right. Um, and what have you seen in your work over the last year and your current relationships with women? What have you seen some of those stories we tell ourselves? We can't do it.
Yeah.
We're not qualified. We're not good enough. And how do we move past that?
Yeah. What have I seen? Exactly what you just said. Am I allowed to pivot? Do I have to start at the beginning? Right? Someone who is in the C-suite or an SVP, do I have to start at the beginning? It is absolutely terrifying. And how I help my clients get through all of that second guessing is actually very tactical, Abby. It's very tactical around what, like, we'll even do exercises, frankly, exercises with post-it notes. I'm like killing trees everywhere, post-it notes, index cards, whatever you have in your office. But actually writing down and listing down what are the things that I love to do and what are the things that I'm good at. They might not be the same. Okay. What are the things that I love to do? What are the things that I'm good at? Those things, I'm going to venture a guess, are not tied to a specific job, function, or industry. Maybe some. If you're really good at balancing budgets, I don't know, maybe you should be in finance. But I bet things like um, influencing peers or people at the same level as me, or I'm really good at getting people motivated to rally behind a new idea, whatever. These are not industry specific. And so they are actually transferable. And these are the things that we need to communicate when we're networking and in interviews. It's the things that I'm passionate about, the things that I'm good at, not necessarily the exact things that I have done. That's how we get out of it.
So yeah, I mean, it's so true, right? You go into an interview, you go into a space where you're meeting someone, you're trying to make a good impression. We always gravitate to talking about those things we've done.
The things we've done. Yes. Well, I mean,
What?
Abby, this is what we were rewarded for in school. We were graded on the things that we've done and the questions that we've answered correctly. This is how we've been raised, is that the things that we have done is what gets rewarded. And now, in a more complex, multi-layered workplace situation, we are sure, some of us are probably rewarded for the things that we've done and the successes and the impact. but we are also rewarded for how we communicate who we are and those things that we've done. We got to make sure that those two things are what we're focusing on and what we're intentional about.
So you can help us get there. You have a support session on Sam
Yes.
called Telling Your Story in a Line Narrative.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what a client can expect in that session and how you work in that hour.
Well, first of all, I already spilled the beans. Like it's more of a workshop.
Post-its,
It's
bring your post-its.
bring your post-its, bring your Sharpies or index cards or whatever. Because the way that I work too, Abby, is that while mindset shifts are a really nice thing, I want to make sure that everyone walks out with something tangible to do or to change. So I get down to brass tacks really, really quickly. So, what's important here and what people can expect is that while we're going to have all kinds of resources to look at, like your LinkedIn, your resume, I actually want to hear from you those two buckets of things, what you really, really love and what you're good at. We're going to write those down and then we're going to go from there and see how we can take those things and mold them and message them to be applicable to anything that you might want to apply for. So, what they can expect is a workshop. It's a working session, honey.
A personalized workshop, a
Yes.
one-to-one.
Yes, absolutely. One to one. But in 60 minutes, what I want to make sure they walk away with is something that's tangible that they can use at their next interview or networking situation when someone asks, tell me about yourself,
The
or what do you do?
the hardest question in the world, girl.
Yes. And it is so important when someone says, what do you do? If we answer that question with the title of our last job, you are missing the point and you're missing a huge opportunity. So
Okay,
that is what we will change.
thank you. So let's say, so you sold me. I would love to book a support session and work with you. How do I know that this might be the right moment to do this for me? If I'm a woman who's maybe in between something or looking to leave something to for something better, how do I know this is for me?
You know, because there's an incongruence between what's on your LinkedIn, what's on your resume, and the stories that you tell to random people. It's the incongruence of like you think to yourself, I know what I'm good at. I know what I do, but then you don't really know how to explain it to anyone. Someone says, "What do you do?" and you're like, "Well, uh, I do a little bit of this, I do a little bit of that." Um, you can also know if you know you have years and years and years of experience, but you feel like you don't have enough confidence really articulating your value after those years and years of experience. So it's this incongruence or a misalignment. And just remember that this is not because you are broken. This is because you're just in between identities. And we're going to help you solidify the person that you want to be and the person that you will be.
Articulate your values. I think
Yeah,
that we'd like to underscore and put an exclamation, and we'll close it here for today. Joanna, thank you so much for being here and
a
talking
pleasure.
and sharing your brilliance and your warmth and being an expert on Sam. And to
My
book
pleasure.
Joanna, her profile and sessions are below, and you can find us at wearesam.co. Thank you,
Thanks,
Joanna.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, Abby.